Jesus, dude.
Sorry. I was gonna you never do the 3, 2, 1. You always do 5, 4, 3.
No,
and then I wanted to do the Wayne's World bit, but you ruined it for me, so that like set me back.
So you want me to start at 5? Oh yeah. Okay, where he goes 5, 4, and then they nod their heads.
You didn't say 2 or 1. There is no 2 or 1. And I wanted to do that, but just to irritate you, but you fucking didn't do it. So now it put me off.
In reality, you should be recording from the point we all get on to the point we all get off. But
I don't record when I get off. All right. Well, this is all recording, so fuck it. 3, 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dark Asylum podcast, the only podcast you need to listen to for all the latest news on all your bodily functions. I am your thin-dick, limp-wristed pretty boy, the chosen one, Zack Winters, and calling live from the Multnomah County Jail, Darkness.
How's it going, everybody? I only have 20 minutes. Gonna have to put in another quarter.
Make this one quick.
Yeah.
And the big mountain of man meat himself, Big Vicious.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
You say big mountain of man meat, and I think of Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs.
It's exactly what popped in my head. I was about to say.
Well, Pizza the Hut and Big V are very similar in like physical composition.
I still, besides my barf costume, I want to do Pizza the Hut for Halloween one year.
They're both huge. They're both like covered in melted cheese all the time for some reason.
Not to jump into Comic-Con already, but there was a pretty decent barf costume there.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, there was.
Oh.
We'll get into all that shit, believe me.
Yeah, for those of you listening, me and Darkness went to Rose City Comic-Con on Sunday.
Yeah. That was pretty
Darkness
cool.
got to see me fucking max out my credit card.
Jesus, man. Like, I wanted to be Zach's kid for the day. For God's sakes, man. We'll just jump right into Comic-Con shit.
Go. Like at first it's banter. We got to get the banter out of the way. Then we go about our weeks. But on our week, like some shit happened at Comic-Con that I want to talk about.
Oh, yeah,
fucking Darkness pulling off the heist of the century.
Yeah, we'll get into that too. But
yeah,
like,
you see, I don't even. They saved all this for the show, so I didn't even get told any of this.
So yeah, Comic-Con. I mean, Zach's got his daughter there, and like she's typical 9-year-old kid. I want that. And he's like, okay. So she had on like a purple wig and these like demon horns, and she had like all this stuff. It was just hilarious.
Adorable.
Oh yeah, it was. It was adorable. I was just
the lady who sold me the wig and the horns loved her so much that she wanted her on her like business Instagram. So that was cool.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Comic-Con, you pull out all the stops. You wouldn't spend money on shit.
Not to take away from Kaya being adorable, but you know that lady probably just said that for you to buy more stuff, right?
I already bought the stuff.
Yeah, this was after.
She wanted more out of you, man.
Well, I've done my time in the strip clubs. It's not happening. You're not getting more out of me.
Yeah, he spent like, was it $30 on the wig? That's like a $3 wig.
No.
Is it? Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
It's a nice one.
All right. I don't go wig shopping. I should, but
No,
you should.
He's wearing it right now.
Yeah.
We tried to convince my daughter to give Darkness the wig because he can't grow hair.
She's like, no. She kept getting mad.
She told him just to grow his hair out. We're trying to convince her that he can't.
Oh, God.
It's funny, too, because, like, I think people, for the most part, inherently have paternal instincts. And I don't know why, but, like, towards the end of the day, she had, like, these horns on that they weren't plastic. I mean, they were plastic, but they were, like, a hard plastic. And every time she'd look up, they'd fall and hit the floor. I'm like, if that hits the floor one more time, I'm taking it away.
Yeah. This motherfucker's got, he's never squirted out a kid in his life, and this motherfucker's got the dad voice down.
Yeah. It was just funny because like I was just messing with her, like my nieces and stuff. So you have to be an adult, but you can still be fun. You're like, hey, that hits the floor one more time, I'm taking it. No, stuff like that. So that was fun though. It was fun hanging out at Comic-Con.
It was fun. Yeah, and then I sent you guys the video of the weird cat box I was in.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It was fucking weird. Like, the guy was like, oh yeah, it's a art experiment. It's like an interactive, immersive art experience. I felt lied to.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those things. It looks like one of those things they send you into to brainwash you. So when you come out, you start murdering people.
That's why I was recording it, because I was like, I'm like all fucking Manchurian Candidate now. It's a big glittery cat box. So of course my daughter wants to go check it out. It's $5 per person to go sit inside this room, which luckily I thought it was going to smell like ass, but it didn't. And like, you're sitting in the room, and there's a screen above you, but the lights are changing. It's like all white, and there's lights underneath the upholstery, so the lights are changing color. But before the video starts, you're just in this little box with things going. Whoa. So I'm thinking we're either going to get kidnapped or brainwashed, and then the fucking most like David Lynch thing I've ever seen just plays on the screen with cats flying in space. And it's so fucking weird and absurd that I can't. I'm recording it because nobody's gonna fucking believe me when I tell you what this thing is. So I recorded it and sent it to the chat, and it was just the weirdest 5 minutes of my life, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I didn't go. I mean, okay, we're gonna preface this. Like, it was Zack and I and his daughter. So I don't know what everyone thought, that like we were together, or I don't know what people's mentality was. It kept inviting me to do everything that Zack was going to do. So it's like, oh, go on in. I'm like, no, I didn't pay for it. Oh no, it's okay. You guys can all go together. I'm like, no.
You're a family.
They thought I was. Yeah, I mean, so I got invited to all his family stuff.
Yeah, that plays into something else too.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're gonna talk about this now.
You want to bring it up now? Fuck it, before video game news. Oh shit! All right,
we're bringing it up now. Oh, Comic-Con's taken up a large part of this podcast because you said you had some shit too.
Oh yeah.
So just for Christina Ricci was there. My daughter loves the Addams Family, loves Casper, wanted to meet Christina Ricci. Okay, I paid, I think it was $70 for the picture, to take a picture with her, and then $70 for the autograph. So we get there, they check my ticket, we get in line, and we're waiting all three of us are waiting in line, and I look at Darkness, and he was like, oh yeah, when you guys go in, I'll just sit out. I'm like, all right, whatever. So it comes to the point we're all getting into the little booth to get in line to take pictures with Christina Ricci, and the lady scans my ticket for me and Kaya, but waves all three of us through. All right, well, I'm going to see how far we could take this now. So me and Kaya get the picture with Christina Ricci and leave, and then Darkness sneaks in behind, gets the picture with her, and leaves also. I see him coming out of the little booth with the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. I'm laughing my balls off. No. Here's the catcher. So they're printing out the pictures behind the booth. I get mine. I scan it. I leave. Darkness didn't pay, because they got to scan the thing. So he didn't grab his. And we circle around Comic-Con like a couple times, and the whole time this motherfucker's like, what if I just go back and say you forgot it? And I'm like, why don't you try it out? Let's see what happens. So then we circle back because we got to go get Christina Ricci's autograph too, because I paid for that also. And he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. So he goes back there, and what was it? You're just like, oh yeah, I thought my friend grabbed it. He paid for all three of us. I thought my friend grabbed it, but We didn't, and like I guess they're all like, "Hey, it's you. We've been waiting for you."
Yeah. So I go walking back up. I'm like, all right, how am I going to play this? You know, I'm all these different avenues of, you know, choose your own adventure. How am I going to get through this? I walk up there, and basically what it is like 10 or 15 printers that are just shooting pictures out left and right. And I see there's a couple of them left there, and I'm like, oh shit, mine's probably still there. So I walk up, and this lady like stops and looks at me, and I'm like, oh, she's like, you. I'm like, oh fuck. I was like, oh no, I'm waiting for security to come tackle my ass or something. She's like, you left your picture. I was like, yeah. I accidentally left it. I thought my buddy came and he grabbed both of them, but we went to go get the signing, and no, here, let me grab it. So she grabs a picture and she hands it to me. She's like, oh wait. I'm like, uh-oh. And she's like, I need to scan your barcode. I was like, oh, yeah, he's in line for Christina Ricci. He had it on his phone, but I thought that he had picked both of them up. And she's like, oh. And the other guy comes by and he's like, what's going on? And then she told him everything. He's like, oh, okay, go ahead. Here you go. Thanks. I was like, wow. Thanks, guys. So they hand me the picture, and I just kind of walk away. And Zach's looking at me like he wants to fucking punch my lights out. It's like, you motherfucker! So I got a free meet and greet with Christina Ricci and a picture to prove it. Yeah, with the reach.
Oh, Jesus.
Totally violating your your probation. That's why you're in the jail now.
That's why I'm down at county. You know, so.
We're getting in line for the autograph, and then all of a sudden, she looks at our group and just looks at darkness and screams and runs away yelling, "It's him! It's him!" So we had to shut down early.
Yeah, I mean, the people behind us were a little upset, but.
So when I was told that you committed the heist of the century, I don't know why that didn't pop in my head first, but as soon as you guys started telling this story, and Zach said, mind you, I paid $70. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I know where this is going.
It would have been like 10 times worse if I was in the pictures with all of his family and shit. It's like, hey guy, like I paid $70 for this picture. Fucking darkness is standing next to my kid
with his giant fucking head.
Yeah. So yeah, it was interesting. Like they put up a little plastic wall between us because of the COVID and all that shit. So like
a plastic wall between you and her.
Well, I didn't see your picture. They took it down when
I was there.
Oh, okay. So they put up this plastic wall, and I walk up, and it's just so awkward. I look over like through the thing. I'm like, "Hi," and she just kind of smiles. She's like, waves. She's like, "Hi." I'm like, all right. So I she was posed for the picture, and they snapped it. You know.
And like that's kind of the weird thing that was like she was like really quiet and like. Kind of just cowered in the corner and let everybody take the pictures. Where like, I stood directly right next to John Heater for 10 minutes and did not know who he was.
We're standing in line waiting to get Christina Ricci's autograph, waiting for her to show up. I mean,
half an hour late, by the way.
Yeah, well, nobody was there, so it's just. I mean, we were at the beginning of the line. We're right next to Christina Ricci's spot is John Heater, Napoleon Dynamite. And there's nobody in the dude's line. I feel bad because he's just kind of standing there. And then like two people come running up and they start throwing like dipshit Napoleon Dynamite quotes at him. Yeah. And you can tell that he's just fucking over. He's like, ugh. Like, but not the Napoleon Dynamite. Like John Heater is fucking sick of this shit. So the guy walks up. He's like, hey, Napoleon, you got any tots? And he's just like, no, go get your own tots. Oh my god!
It was literally the scene from The Simpsons where like everybody's looking at Bart and say the line, Bart.
Yeah.
You see, everybody likes him from Napoleon Dynamite. I like him from Blades of Glory.
Yes, I like him from that too.
He had pictures of like to autograph from Blades of Glory, but like nobody was wanting those. There was that little fat guy who had him do the tater tots scene.
Yeah.
And like they cut the thing, they do the scene and then he stops recording and the guy like legit just fucking jumps up and down, claps his hands.
Yeah, there was a guy that walked up with his wife. And he's like, "You're a chick magnet," and John Here's like, "Oh, thanks." And he's like, "Well, you're not, but my wife and I, that was the first movie we went to was Napoleon Dynamite. That was our first date. So you got me a chick. He's like, oh, so I'm not the chick magnet, but, and he's just having like these weird little awkward conversations with people. And then there's a break in his line. Nobody's there for like, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. And he's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. So he leaves. Yeah. He just walks away, puts his mask on, and takes off for like 2-3 minutes. He comes back, and the guy at the front of the line stops him. And he's like, nah, he's not here right now. You have to wait until he comes back. And he's like, so what? He's like, no, he's here. He's like, no, you have to wait until he comes back. And John Heater's like, pulls his mask down. He's like, I am back. He's like, sorry, sir, you have to. It's like John Heater got into an argument with the security guy to keep John Heater away from John Heater. It was like, what the fuck? And I'm just laughing. I'm like, oh my god.
I don't know who I feel worse for in that situation.
He's never coming back to Portland.
No, that was, it was just funny. Like, I felt bad for him. I just wanted to walk up and be like, hey, do you want to go get a beer or something? You need a break from this crap?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
I'll go buy you a beer or something.
Yeah, that was just awkward as fuck. It was so funny. I think they stopped him from getting back into his line.
He looked at me with those eyes that just lost all hope and haven't seen the light in years, and
yeah,
just the saddest eyes I've ever seen. And then I made him say, "Give me my tots."
Yeah. Tina, you fat lard! Oh yay! He said
exactly,
it.
Tater tots. Like that's not even the best line in the movie. It's Tina, you fat lard, get your food.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have paid so much money for him to call Big V a fat lard.
You're watching the Dark Asylum, or you're listening to the Dark Asylum podcast. Big V, you fat lard. It's like, what the? I don't know if they would have done shit like that. I'm sure if you give him $20, they would have.
If I paid him enough, he would. Like, he doesn't have much else going on. If I slipped him a 50, he would have done it.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, the way it sounds, he probably would have done it for some tater tots.
Oh shit.
I wanted to get the guy who plays Super Mario's voice to do an intro for the podcast, but Darkness won't let me.
Why didn't I let you? What the fuck? If you wanted to spend another $70 so I could go up and meet the guy, that's fine. I'd have been all for it. Fuck, man. Shit. But yeah, so those are our two celebrity encounters with Comic-Con.
So let me ask, did Darkness at least buy his own ticket into Comic-Con? Or did he get waved in with the family?
No, I had an old security shirt that I wore in the side door and walked in.
Honestly, like, he could have, because one, they didn't scan my tickets, and security was really lax. Like, so the first thing you got to do, they didn't scan any of my tickets, because I had my tickets on my phone. They didn't scan any of them. And then we get in, and they're like, hey, do you have your Vax card? And I fucking panic because, oh shit, my Vax card's in my car that's like an hour away.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the Christina Ricci signing is like in half an hour. But like, he's like, oh, do you got a picture of it or something? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. It's because I'm one of those douchebags who got the vaccine and then put my the card on my Facebook. But like, for some weird reason, I heard people were like getting information from people, so I covered up my name and my date of birth on it. So all this motherfucker saw was a picture of a hand holding a card with a name blocked out, and he was like, all right, that's good enough, and he gave me a bracelet and waved me in.
I went ahead of you, and he asked me, and I was like, oh shit, because I had checked ahead of time. It didn't say that they were doing any of these checks or anything. No temperature checks, no Vax card checks, nothing like that. So I walk up, and he's like, I need your vaccination card. I was like, what? I was like, what? I was just caught off guard. I'm like, I got a picture of it. Does that count? Yeah, let me see it. I was like, okay. So I go through my phone, and I show it to him. He's like, okay. I was like, do you want to see my ID or anything? Oh, yeah, let me see your ID. I'm like, what the fuck? It was very lax, to say the least,
Yeah.
They had given a pat down to Hagrid, and that was about the extent of their...
That was kind of funny. We look over and Hagrid and fucking One Punch Man are getting patted down.
I went to Lindsay Sterling last Monday, something like that. So a friend of mine had tickets. It was like, hey, you want to go? And I was like, hell yeah. So, I mean, thankfully it went into my wallet and I didn't even think anything of it. But all of a sudden it was like, all right, first thing we're going to do is check your vaccination cards or your negative COVID test. I'm like, oh shit. Like, open my wallet. I'm like, oh, it's right there.
Were they looking at pictures of them, or did you have to have the actual card?
I don't know. I had my card, so.
Oh. Yeah, because I want to take my card out in, like, the real world, because the shit gets lost or something. That's worth gold, man.
Once again, though, I mean, I just showed them my card, and they didn't, like, it could have said, like, Susie Summers or something, and, like, I don't know, like, they weren't IDing or anything like that. It was just like, do you have your Vax card? Yeah, sure. I didn't even, like, fucking, she didn't even, like, look at it. She just, like, glanced and said, okay.
Yeah, they're not too in depth on it. I mean,
it could have been blank for all she knew. I mean,
yeah. But yeah, that kind of caught me off guard. That was my first experience with having the Vax card get checked for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we got through no problem.
Yeah.
And other than that, it was pretty dead as far as Comic Cons are concerned. I mean, it was Sunday, and it was Sunday afternoon, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the pictures and I was like, damn. I've seen pictures of other cons, like, years past, and even on a Sunday they're pretty packed. But I figured this year was going to be pretty dull just because of, you know, everything that's going on, everybody who's still freaking out about being in crowds.
But when I went to San Diego, when San Diego started getting big, it was elbow to elbow. It was shoulder and shoulder. You had to, like, push through people. It was like if you had gone to a concert and you were up in the pit area, but it was the entire floor of the convention. So you're just like muscling through people trying to, you know, get to where you're going. It's insane. But this was really nice. There was, like, nobody there. So.
And I got a picture with my big, giant, booby vampire lady from Resident Evil.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
But I think the other reason why it was pretty dead was because there's a lot of people that refuse to go get the vaccination, and trying to get a last-minute COVID test is damn near impossible right now. Where a while back I was going pretty much weekly, just because anytime I called up because of my breathing issues, and I'm like, yeah, you know, this medication ain't working. Okay, well, we need you to go get a COVID test. I'm like, I just had one. Jesus Christ. And it was just like, walk in, get it, get out. Now you have to call and actually make an appointment.
Yeah, like there would be where you just walk in, they swab you or whatever the fuck and send you on your way. Now it's like, all right, you have to be here between this minute and this minute or else you're not fucking getting one. It's like, oh shit, okay. So, yeah, it's interesting. Everything keeps fucking changing, but at least things are open again, so that's kind of nice.
Hell yeah.
But I was kind of surprised you didn't post your pictures of Comic-Con since you're, like, trying to get pictures of all the furries that were there.
Yeah, I was just going to go into this too. All right, so here's my thing. All right, when anyone on this show hears Zack giving somebody shit like furries or whatever, SNM, whatever, he is projecting like a motherfucker. Because we were both standing at a booth, and this fucking Wonder Woman walks by me, big boobs, big butt. I'm just like, damn. And Zach's all, hey, look at that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, he's like, no, that. He's pointing to like a Star Fox cosplay 4 fucking rows down. And I'm like, what? And he's like, look, I found one for you. I'm like, bro, I didn't even fucking know. Did you see the Wonder Woman? Huh? Like, he didn't even fucking know. He was so full of shit. No, it's the fucking truth. He is projecting whatever he says. Oh, Darkness is into furries. Oh, Big V's into, you know, fucking whatever. Yeah, it's him.
You're the sexual deviant.
Okay, yeah, I am the sexual deviant looking at girls in cosplay when he can pinpoint a fucking furry 4 rows down when the big booby Wonder Woman goes walking right by him. Like, literally, she walked right by us. I'm like, oh, wow. And he's like, yeah, look at the fur on that fox. I'm like, what? What the fuck?
I was trying to help you get a nut.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be a good brother.
He did pick up on the vampire lady though. That was like one of his big conquests to get a picture. She walked by us a few times. He finally walked up to her and got the picture. But everything else he fucking pointed out was furries. And I'm like, Jesus, dude.
I was trying to help you out.
Yeah, you were trying to help me out.
I wanted you to get that con hookup.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking at Wonder Woman's and Sailor Moon's and shit like that.
Oh, we're just gonna browse over the 10 minutes you spent at the Foxtail store or stand.
You kept saying, you want me to buy you a foxtail? I'm like, what? and then we're walking and someone's got like this rainbow foxtail and he's like, you think that's one of the ones that goes right up his ass? His daughter's like, no, it clips on. I was like, oh, jeez. I'm like, I am not getting involved in this. I am not I'll be in some kind of fucking lawsuit.
It's anything for the rib, but then like at that moment I forgot she was with me.
She's like, no, Dad, it clips on. I have one. I'm like, oh, okay.
She does not have one.
Somebody's got one.
I'm drawing that line right now. She does not have one. There's no foxtails in my house.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was so funny because Zach's like tried to be Zach, but forgetting that, his girl's with him, so he's saying shit. And I felt like, I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck? But no, it was funny. Some of those happened. He's like, hey, look, hey, foxtail. Oh. I'm like, all right. And then she goes running up. I want one. I was like, I don't know if your dad will let you have one of those. But it was funny, though. He's like pointing this shit out every 5 minutes. And I'm just trying to there's chicks dressed like Spider-Gwen and all. I'm like, yeah, skin tight and everything. And hey, look, a furry. I'm like, Jesus, man.
Well, it's because I'm not some lecherous fucking asshole skeeving on all the cosplay girls. Except for Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah. Who's the one that got a picture taken with him?
I had to get that one.
How many Sonics did you see?
How many what?
Sonics.
Nah, I didn't see any.
I think I saw one. I think.
Okay. No, I didn't notice any. But there was like a bunch of My Hero Academia. There's a bunch of Spider Girl, Spider Gwen, Spider. It's just like they bought those one-piece things that you can get off the internet just to say that they went and cosplayed. So
who was the one we were talking about that was like everywhere?
Was there any Fat Thors?
Yes, no. I saw one.
Was there?
Yeah, I saw one. I just saw this dude in a robe, and then I looked over, and he had Mjolnir. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. So.
I saw a couple Captain Americas.
Yeah.
There was that one that was fucking everywhere that even me and you were like, wow, this is like the fucking Harley Quinn of this year. Oh, female Loki.
Yes, female Loki was everywhere.
Everywhere.
They had female Lokis with, like, alligator puppets, and they had female Lokis with, like, just the one-horned, like, how she's got the broken horn.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so female Loki's the thing. And they had the one, like, that's more comic accurate. There's female Lokis everywhere.
I did want to get a pic. I didn't see her again, but I did want to get a picture with President female Loki.
Yeah, they had a bunch of them, man. That was like the costume for this con. This female Loki.
Just one I wanted to get a picture with.
Damn.
Anyway.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I mean, con was fun.
It was fun. Shit, I went there, spent lots of money, got a lot of cool shit.
I was the cheapest fucking bastard that whole time. I bought a protector for my picture, a protector for Zach's picture, and a stein to keep refilling soda.
we get these cups that like, oh yeah, you come back and fill up as much as you want. This motherfucker is there every 10 minutes filling it up.
No, that was towards the end. If I'd have known about it in the beginning, I'd have fucking been all over it. But
we're too busy trying to hunt for those fucking yellow bags.
Yeah. So Dark Horse Comics is giving away like a free swag bag, and you can put all your crap in it, so you don't have to carry it. And we couldn't find the fucking Dark Horse booth to save ourselves. You think they're the biggest fucking promoter of the con? Right. You couldn't find them anywhere. So yeah, we walked back out to the front, and they gave us the bags with nothing in them. I was like,
right where we checked in.
Yeah. But there was a bunch of free stuff you could get. There was, unless it was like a graded comic or something like that, I wasn't really looking for anything. So
there was a couple that was tempting.
No, there was. That was the first time I've ever seen in the wild, like with my own eyes, 10, and it was the Last Ronin. So it was issue 1, and it was graded 10.0, and there was a 9.9, both Last Ronins. I was like, holy shit! So it's kind of cool.
How much were those?
That 10 was tempting, and then the Something is Killing the Children that I got yelled at for touching was.
That's right. So they got comics all on this wall, and there's like these signs everywhere that says "Ask for assistance, do not touch." And Zack walks right the fuck up there and goes, "Hey, look!" He fucking grabs it off the wall, and the guy's like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey!" It's like, oh shit. The guy's like, "Put it back."
I swear to God, I did not. I got tunnel vision because I saw the Something is Killing the Children issue 1 that I've been wanting for a while, and I got tunnel vision, and I just grabbed it. I was like, "Hey, check this out!" And then there's this motherfucker behind us. Hey, put it down.
That was funny. He was like. And we're like, damn. And we're kind of making a joke about it. We're like, fuck, all right, calm down. He's like, sorry, you're not the first person I've had to tell that to this weekend.
Yeah, it's been all fucking weekend with this shit. And then, here's my big dumbass. Hey, look at this one. Also, every other fucking comic stand there let me touch them and put them and, like, look at them. And there was just this one stand that threw a fit about it.
Yeah. It was weird. It was interesting because they had a bunch of comics and they had a bunch of it was almost like a swap meet, a comic kind of vaguely comic themed swap meet. There's a bunch of other stuff there. I was like, well, I haven't seen some of this shit in years. So
there's a lot of Golden Age shit there that was kind of tempting.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. But I mean, we didn't go to any of the what are they? Presentations or anything like that.
Yeah, so. I really wanted to do. They had the OG Power Ranger panel, and I wanted to do that, but I knew Kaya was going to be bored out of her fucking mind.
There was one point where he ditched her, and we just walked off without her. She sat her down in front of a TV and then walked away.
No, we walked 20 feet
I know.
away from her.
So there was like this little TV area where you could sit down and it had chairs and stuff.
My Hero Academia, her favorite fucking anime.
Yeah.
And she was already whining about being tired because we were walking around for... It had to be at least 3 hours at this point.
Jesus.
And I just sat her down, and then we went like within 10 feet of the thing and checked out all the booths there.
Yeah. Right next to this booth, there was this fucking... I guess it was considered gamer food booth.
Yeah,
it's selling like ramen for like $4 a bowl and shit. I was like, what?
$4 a bowl, and then like a six. It's like the Japanese ramen. I'm like, I could go to H Mart, and this is like $1.50.
Yeah, there's such random stuff at this thing, man. But
well, you gotta make their money somehow.
Yeah. They had fudge too. I was like, what the fucking fudge? What is fudge? All right, cool.
It was okay.
Oh, you got some? That's right. I forgot.
I did this. I didn't get some. I got the sample. I was gonna get some, and then the guy gave me the sample, and I changed my mind.
They give you the sample to entice you, but it did the opposite.
It did the exact opposite.
You just spit it out, walk away.
Just spit it in his face.
Did they have a bunch of energy drinks there?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh, there was energy drink like you could buy them from different people's
For fucking $6.
Yeah, this is ridiculous shit like that.
I was like, Kaya wanted a soda, we went and got her a soda, and that was like $2 maybe. But then I wanted a bubbly water for a 12-ounce can that I have one in my hand and I'm staring at right now. And those, anywhere you go, those are like $1 or 89 cents. This bitch charged me fucking $4.
What?
They think that you're at a fucking concert or something. They're gonna charge you concert prices for like $3 for a bottle of water.
I mean, yeah, I paid it because I was fucking thirsty. We've been walking around all day.
And we didn't see that soda booth until later.
Mm-hmm.
Which would have been awesome.
These nerds will pay anything for anything because they have no life and they have lots of money.
That's what they think. I spent $10.
You motherfucker.
And I got myself a badass metal stein. Yeah.
I was going to say, so you bought Zack a protective sleeve for his Christina Ricci picture. Does it cover at least half the cost of the picture that you stole?
I don't think it covers even a quart, not even a tenth of the cost of the fucking thing.
No.
So yeah, that's another one of those things. You can get those things in bulk. They're basically an 8x10 plastic sleeve like you get for a trading card. They're like $5. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? You can get like 1,000 of them for like $10. What are you talking about? So yeah, they tried to gouge your ass on all kinds of random stuff throughout. So. But it was still fun. It was some kind of Comic-Con, so I was happy. Got out of the house. My wife was happy to have alone time at the house. Her doctor friend came over and she's like, let me know before you come home. I was like, okay.
Her masseuse came over.
Yeah. Hans. So, but yeah, it was still fun, you know. It's good to get out, like I say, Comic-Con. Got to meet Christina Ricci, who's pregnant as hell. I'm like, it kind of ruins it for me, but whatever.
He was bent about
no,
fucking day.
I wasn't even sure she was, but then I found out afterward. She was pregnant.
Just tell her when it comes time to, when she's close to being due, just tell her the best way to help a baby come along is sex, and you can help her with that.
Do not tell her that.
Yeah, I'm sure I would have ended up in jail. So, but yeah, that was our Comic-Con extravaganza, our Comic-Con voyage.
Well, it would be funny because you're wearing one of the Dark Asylum podcast shirts. What if she decides to check out this show and hears this?
She'd know that the guy that didn't show up was a fucking pervert and would be grateful. So yeah.
Can I just smell your hair, please?
Just put my hand up against the plastic and just wait for her to do the same. Fucking push my nipple up against there. Oh, Billy! What the fuck?
So remember, if you do listen to this, Christina, it was the big bald guy with the...
No, I was so nice. The guy that wasn't there that was on my shirt is being the asshole right now, Christina. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. I have to get a few more candles for my shrine or with that picture, and we'll be fine. Everything's fine. Don't listen to them.
Can I just have a lock of your hair, please?
Oh. Okay, here's another thing. She is tiny.
She is fucking tiny.
I think Kaya was pretty close to beating her in height. Just like she is a small lady. Like,
and then there's these two fucking big sweaty Hulk men, and we weren't even the biggest guys there. Just
no.
like, I'm a screen.
Fucking licking the plastic and shit. All right. But John Heater, he didn't give a shit. He'd come out there and fucking give you hugs and shit. He didn't care.
That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, but she's in like a Pope box.
I honestly felt like I'd be doing John Heater a favor if I gave him a hug.
Yeah, I felt bad for poor John Heater. So just walk up and go, hey, so what's Will Ferrell really like? You just ask her about every other co-star that he's been with. So Pedro, Is that mustache real or?
What's Pedro been up to recently?
Yeah, Uncle Rico, man, fucking werewolf. Did you know that? Yeah, that's a random shit. He's like, what? So,
just buy my shit and get out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. But we didn't.
Bart?
We didn't see Carl Weathers. They made announcements and stuff. But like Carl Weathers would have been the only one that I was really interested in seeing.
I was really fighting about getting George Takei's thing.
George Takei was there. We saw him. Like just saw him. We didn't get close or nothing. If Carl Urban would have been on that boys panel, I would have been all for it. But he wasn't. So.
And I didn't want to pay $300 to sit on a boys panel.
Yeah, that was Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And, rode the train there and back, and that was all fun, dandy, and no incidents on the train like last time we all went. Crazy fuckers.
Was there a lot of people dressed up on the train?
No. Last time I went with my niece, there was, but like I said, it was pretty dead. It was a Sunday, and all that good stuff. But yeah, not much.
It was funny when I worked at 205 and would take the train to and from work. I'd be going in the morning to work, and I would see everybody heading off to the cons each day, and just seeing tons of people dressed up. I was like, who needs to pay to go to the cons? I just sit in the train and watch everybody. But
yeah,
I'd see them going to and from, and the train would be full, just people all dressed up, and you'd have these fucking poor girls all fucking half naked, like in some kind of fucking anime outfit, being stared down by all the fucking hobos and junkies.
Oh yeah.
Good times. There you go.
I was like, I want to look over and go, Chickadee, it's going to get worse the closer you get to the con.
Yeah. But no, it wasn't bad. It wasn't busy. It wasn't, Sunday's the fucking day to go. Unless there's somebody you want to see on another day, fuck it. Then they will make you a deal. Like, I don't know what Zack was talking about with this one dude, but this old Asian man, he just fucking was bartering the fuck away with this guy. He started cramming like all these random things in like a hentai bag and just like sold it to him.
For $15, I got my pervert bag.
Yeah.
Because I was disappointed. I was like, I had it in my mind, I'm gonna get a pervert animated statue this year, and they didn't have any good ones. And then this guy, this little old Asian guy was
what?
selling that grab bag. This one, and then he's just stuffing shit in his bag. I'm like, no, I just want the $15. He goes, oh no, it'll be fine. And then he starts just putting more and more shit in there. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta get rid of this quick.
Yeah. I can't get this back through customs. It's a little more strict on the way out, not on the way in.
Some of the shit, yeah, I could see why not, but whatever.
But yeah, join us next year, B, because
Well, yeah, I'll just.
You could watch Darkness harass all the furries.
Yeah, because it was me. Fuck. Anyway, so that was a Comic-Con 2021 report. Yeah.
2021.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So now we'll get on with the regular show.
Next year, V will be with us.
Yeah. Be good.
Better be, fucker.
So now that we had all that fun stuff, let's get some bad stuff out of the way.
My daughter was bent because V didn't show up and she was stuck with Darkness all day.
Her favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
So
that's a true story. Well, no, she wasn't sad that it was just Darkness, but she was sad V wasn't there. I'm putting that out there.
That I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I thought about using that to guilt you into coming, but I didn't want to be that mean.
I can't. No, you have to. My daughter's heartbroken. Oh, he would have found a way. He would have found a way if you would have told him that.
There was a lot of different things that prevented me from going. So it is what it is. I mean, there is next year.
Yeah. Just plan a little better for it because it kind of hit me by surprise. But anyway,
it all stemmed from us talking about who would win, Grogu or Gremlin, and that's where Comic-Con came up.
God, if we could have asked Carl Weathers that would have been fucking hilarious. Gotten it on the
Just
show.
watch him jump the table and beat the shit out of you.
It's just
Well, so
fucking Apollo Creed you upside the head. Fuck you, motherfucker.
What's funny about that? I was talking to somebody who was supposed to get press passes for Comic-Con, and they would go all 3 days and whatnot, and he was going to see how many he could get, and he was going to try to get me one, and that was the thing. I was like, man, if I could just get in there to see Carl Weathers with a press pass, be like, excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, Mr. Weathers?
We have this little debate going on. Who would win?
It's not who would win, because we know it would be Carl Weathers. It's how many could he take out. So, yeah. But, yeah, so there you go. There's our 2021 Rose City Comic Con coverage. And, yeah, hopefully next year we get something crazy like that, too. I don't know, Christina Ricci will be coming back, but, you know, I'm sure John Heater will be there.
He's got nothing else to do.
Yeah. He's going to listen and then find us. Motherfuckers. We were talking about getting a booth. A Dark Asylum podcast booth.
And pretending we're a bigger deal than we are.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Like have a bunch of people that we know just act like we're a big deal. Okay, guys, okay. They'll be here soon. Like have Caleb or something standing out at the front of the booth. Okay, guys, do not look them directly in the eyes. Do not touch them. Do not ask them any questions, you know. Just hype us up and we're like in the back corner of a fucking convention floor. Nobody knows who the fuck we are. It's gotta be like when those medicine men would come rolling through town. Like, hooray, hooray, hooray. Yeah. Cure you of everything. It'll be awesome. So. But yeah, alright. So. All right. On to the real show now.
An hour in, let's get into the actual show.
All right, so we'll start it off first with the bad news because I just want to get this out of the way so we can get on to better, happier news. But we lost Norm Macdonald this week. And Norm Macdonald is probably one of the funniest last comedian types that was around. I mean, comedians now just in general aren't doing very well because there's so many things you can't talk about, but he just never gave up. He didn't care. And his shit was so funny. So
it was funny, and it was like his delivery was so fucking unique that it, like, everybody called him the comedian's comedian because the fact that he wasn't as huge as he should have been is a tragedy, but every mainstream comedian would tout about how fucking hilarious he is.
Yeah, I when you talk about timing, him and Stephen Wright are like two of the best timing-wise comedians I think that they have out there, and the delivery of things. And even I'm gonna forget his name. Oh my gosh, he passed away too.
Mitch Hedberg?
Yes, thank you. Jesus, he had the timing too.
That was
the delivery. Yeah, no, that was great. That was exactly what I was talking about. The three of them, their timing and delivering of their jokes are fucking just perfect. You know, so. But yeah, Norm Macdonald. One of my favorite ones, I got it pulled up here. He's like, this might be a little dark, but I'm sure he would laugh. When I die, I want my body donated to science. But more specifically, a scientist who is working on bringing dead guys back to life. That's why I had Norm Macdonald. And then another one that hit a little close to home that was kind of sad. He's like, I hate it when people say, you know, he lost his battle with cancer. It's like, dang, that's, you know, you don't want him to think that you went out a loser. So, I mean, technically, when you die, the cancer dies too. So isn't it more like a draw? So, I mean, they're very accurate for what happened, but they were his own words, and I think he knew because he fought cancer for a long time without telling anybody.
He kept it a secret from everybody.
Yeah, he was like Chadwick Boseman in that effect, where like hardly anybody knew what was going on with him, and then he's just gone.
From what I understood, is he even kept it from his family.
Yeah.
So that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's, you know, I don't know. I mean, if I got something like that, I would kind of take into consideration whether I'd announce it or not. You know, just want to get treated the same as I was in life before people knew, or you know
Yeah,
what I
Yeah.
mean.
there's
Zack would still treat me like shit, and I wouldn't want that to change. You know.
there's a thing. Well, I whether Zach knew or not, I don't think he would change the way he treated you.
That's true too, but
Zach might actually pick it up a little harder. He's like, "Oh yeah, well you think that's bad? Well check this out." But I would let some people know. A small group because I would rather it they know and they could be prepared, and so when it does happen, they could help others deal with it instead of all of a sudden it just be a shocker. Like, he was here yesterday, and all of a sudden, like, what, he died? He was battling cancer for God knows how long. Like, not only that, but all the little excuses and secrets you have to make for doing different things. I would just like a small little group to know, the closest people to me, so that way when it does happen, it's like, hey, they could explain how I did, how I went out, and so people have closure because you don't want people sitting there going, well, fuck, I saw him like almost every day and I didn't realize. I mean, what could I have done to help? Well, if somebody could explain to you what happened, then you don't have to think about what you could have done because everything was already done.
yeah. If there comes a day where I fucking send you the invite to the podcast and you just don't show up, I'm gonna fucking be pissed. So,
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
like, come on,
Oh yeah,
asshole.
he died a week ago. What
Fuck
the
is he?
fuck?
It's like, what? Why didn't he say anything? Yeah, it's
So yeah,
just,
I would let a small group know, like, you know, um, and yeah, I mean, I'd probably tell them to keep it a secret because I wouldn't want the whole world to know. But just a small group because yeah, like you said, you don't want to be treated differently. You don't want to. Well, hey, sit down. Let me get that for you because like I don't want you to overdo it. Well, no,
Yeah.
fuck it. Like, um, I also said like if I ever got cancer or anything, would I go do chemo? I don't know. Right now, I say no, but like I'd rather go out living life instead of um, taking a 50-50 chance on whether something's going to work or not for me, and sit there and waste a lot of my time going through treatment to find out it not worked, and then I have no time to do anything. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, to each their own with that. That's your personal decision how you want to handle it. And
And that's what I tell people. It's like I'm not going to sit there and judge you for getting treatment or not getting treatment. It's how you see things and how you want to go. Um, I mean, the only thing I'm going to judge is if you're reckless. Like if they looked at you and said you have a 99.9% chance of doing this to take care of everything, and you reject it, I might say you're stupid. But that's the only time I'll judge you. But if they're saying, well, it's worked with, 20% of whatever, like, you give me low numbers, I'm like, I know my life and luck and low numbers, and I think I'll just take my chances, somewhere else. So,
all right, well, sad stuff's over. Rest in power, rest in peace, whatever you say. Norm Macdonald. Thanks for the laughs. It's good shit. So, all right, moving along. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
nope.
It's getting upsetting. So yeah, I met Christina Ricci. Ah,
I I think I dealt with the cops at my work more this week than I have through the whole couple years of doing this job. um, I had a dude swinging a hatchet one day in the store.
Jesus.
Another day, I wasn't there, but somebody stole a bunch of stuff, ran out. Another customer blocked them in as an altercation went down. The merchandise got thrown and collected, but he pulled out a handgun. Um, so the cops were dealing with that. So I've been dealing with them with that all week. And then another guy, I guess, decided to call the cops because he said I assaulted him, which was kind of true. but there's no proof of it.
Oh, Jesus. Except for now, somebody just fucking admitted it on a fucking podcast, but yeah.
Yeah, luckily we don't have a public forum where you could admit all your crimes.
Hey, it's all storytelling.
Like violating a restraining order.
Still, I don't think she can prove it. I don't know. Well, there is the picture, but
the weird look she was giving you wasn't the fact that you were just odd. She was like, I think I recognize.
There's vague recollection in her eyes. I could feel it.
She had the smile, but there's the panic behind her eyes.
She's waving at her publicist or whatever. She's like, go through the restraining orders. I think he's one of them.
Yeah, they've just got this binder that they carry around with them. Just look like, yep, it looks like. Oh, there you go.
All the Portland restraining orders.
Jeez. Portland and Seattle. They got to get the general vicinity. Because if you're really that bad, you'll fucking drive.
Oh yeah.
Shit. Well, that fucking sucks. At least you didn't get hatcheted. I mean, I'd take the bear spray over to a hatchet to the face any day.
Oh yeah, that one was fun too. Did we talk about that on this show? No, I don't think.
Yeah, we did last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for it. I heard about it though.
Yeah, it's just getting crazy out there. That's.
I like to listen to the shows I'm not on so I can hear all the shit you guys talk.
Hey, we gave you a lot of positive comments last week.
Darkness literally called me a thin dick, limp-wristed pretty boy.
Well, you know. I thought we'd stopped recording at that point. Fuck. Anyway.
Yeah.
It made me laugh. I don't care.
Let's get on to the real show now.
Oh, the real show. Oh, we were on the... Well, damn.
Oh, man.
We're fucking hour in, and now we're going to get to the real shit. All right, well, let me hit the record button. Hold on. Welcome, everyone, to the... Yeah, no.
That's my thing.
I know. Well, it wasn't last week. Last week was my thing, and I fucked it up royally.
Oh, my God, it sucked.
I have nothing witty to say, because I'm not Zack.
I know. It was all bitterness, no comment. He's like,
you people want Zack to do the intro? Well, you got me. Now fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
I have nothing witty to say. Usually I just sit here and hit record.
I have nothing witty to say, so fuck you.
The numbers dropped off significantly after that. It said average listening time 3 minutes. I'm like, I don't know why.
Oh, God.
No.
Should not have told everybody to go fuck themselves.
Well, did. Hindsight being what it is, telling your listener base to go fuck themselves probably wasn't the best idea. So, yeah. But anyway, we had zero fucking video game news last week because of you. And now the second we got off the fucking recording, they just shit all over everything.
Oh man.
God.
They took a big like Xbox is all happy because of their Bethesda acquisition. Look at all the cool shit we're going to have. And then PlayStation comes out with their huge cock and just drops a big, steamy Knights of the Old Republic load shaped on their all over their face.
Uh-huh.
That's the big one, is the Knights of the Old Republic remake for the PS5 exclusively.
Right. That's fucked up.
I clapped. I jumped up and down when the lightsaber goes off and then you could see Darth Revan's face. Oh, I loved it.
Yep, that was pretty big news. And then the backlash came right after that, so I was like, oh, well, I guess it doesn't sting as much.
PlayStation exclusive.
No, not even that. The Sam Maggs situation that came out after that. So
wait, what?
Sam Maggs, one of the head writers for it's a remake. It's not a remake. What is it? Okay, remaster. There you go. So it's going to be different, and everyone's pissed off.
It's not going to have the grand scale because like they can't do it with today's graphics, and if they remastered it, it would look fucking terrible.
Yeah, but hey, I guess Sam Maggs is going around just talking mad crap on all the fans and everything, and so people are just kind of like, maybe this isn't going to be as great as we're hoping.
Yeah, I didn't know anything
So,
about this.
yeah, it came out like everyone was excited, and then like as people started delving deeper into like who was behind it, they saw this and they're like, "Oh, okay, well,
Oh.
we'll see."
Yeah,
So,
it says fans upset over sexist new writer.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, so we got Knights of the Old Republic, and the one that pisses me off that does sting because I haven't gotten the new PlayStation yet or a new Xbox, but Wolverine is getting a Spider-Man type PlayStation
Well,
game.
it's by the people who did the newer Spider-Man games, Insomniac.
Yeah.
So who knows how it'll be? It'll probably be good because they're good at that kind of thing.
Yeah,
And what about Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2 with fucking Tony Todd as Venom.
Yep,
Yeah.
Candyman himself coming to do that. That's awesome.
The reveal was fucking gorgeous too.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, just the property based titles that they have coming out, Star Wars and Spider Man and Wolverine and shit like that. I mean, Midnight Suns and all this crazy cool stuff that they have coming out. And then, I mean, if you're a video game fan, all the stuff that you got Ragnarok coming out for
Ragnarok. I might be buying a new TV for that.
you need a new TV for that one.
Oh my god! I bought a new TV for the first, or not the first one, but the last God of War because I wanted to see it in all its 4K glory, and this one's going to be even better looking. So I might have to buy a new TV for that one.
You get a new TV based on whenever they release
God
a new
of War.
fucking God of War game.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well. So, are any of these getting PS4 releases, or is it all they're done with that? They're going for.
No, I don't think they haven't completely phased it out yet.
Hope.
Huh?
There still may be some hope that I can play
Yeah.
some of these on my old PS4, but I mean Wolverine at least that's going to be fucking badass. Just if they take that dynamic that they have for the Spider-Man games and they apply it to Wolverine, I'm all there. I may even do a day one. I don't know. Pre-order.
Ragnarok's my day one.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 probably also.
I played the newer God of War, and the fucking buttons were confusing as shit for me. So I don't know.
God,
I gotta learn. Gotta get good. Yeah, I know.
that's so
So-
good though.
Yeah, no, they just stole Thor's hammer and they made it an axe, and yeah, awesome. So, and they give him a child to run around with him and be annoying, and yeah. good
No,
stuff.
it's not annoying. Don't even know. I'm not getting into this fight with you.
No, I'm just trying to fuck with you. It's
I
fine.
hate
No,
you now.
enjoy
Hate
it.
you now.
Enjoy your new game. I'll be playing Fallout on my Xbox. So,
Yeah.
hopefully one that isn't fucking broken and I can go into Boston and not fucking have the game freeze on me. But
Exactly. I'll be playing my unbroken God of War game
so you do
and
that.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, have fun with that.
I will.
What other games came out for the play and this big PlayStation announcement? I'm trying to look. I can't find any. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Elden Ring.
Uncharted remasters, which I don't give a shit about. Project Eve looks kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that one did, and there was controversy on that one too.
Of course there is.
Because she's too pretty. She's got boobs. We don't like it because she's got boobs. I'm like, okay. All right, well, you can't fucking please everybody with anything.
No,
You know?
like, you can't.
So
You can't
it's-
like. I remember, like, I actually stopped being friends with this one guy who was whining because one of the Gears of War characters you played as was a black guy. And I
Oh.
was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why is this an issue? I don't give a fuck.
I just find it funny that like something new comes out and you're like, yeah, and then like there's this little like small section that's like, no.
Is it because you want to play as a female, you fucking cuck? I'm like, no, it's because I want to play a good game.
Yeah. She's got boobs. That's not okay. That's shaming. Oh, wait. Get your shit straight. Is it shaming or is it body image? What do you want to complain about?
Most guys who are complaining about a female protagonist in a game have boobs also.
Well, that's probably very accurate. I don't care, man. I play fucking Tomb Raider. I play,
I love
Bayonetta. I
Tomb Raider,
play.
too.
I don't fucking care.
Bayonetta is the one I didn't really like.
I played it. It was very Devil May Cry-ish, but it was still
Yeah.
fun. So I don't give a
was-
fuck. In online games, I usually pick a woman. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Because the second I ask for help,
'Cause
all
you're
these dudes
manipulative.
come running and they're like, "Oh, we'll help you." I'm like, yeah. And then I get all the DMs. I'm like, no, dude.
Send a picture of yourself with your shirt off.
Yeah, like you're not gonna be pleased.
I don't like Bayonetta. I didn't get into because it's like so much of it is like, all right, now here's where you pause the game and jerk off.
Oh, okay. Do we play the same Bayonetta? Oh, you know what I did play? Lollipop Lust Kill? No, is that it? Yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw. There you go.
I do like that one.
That one was fun, but it was meant to be that kind of goofy fun, over the top,
When you're fighting an 80-foot zombie Elvis on top of a casino, you struck just about every fucking weird thing that I love.
Yeah.
See, I never got to play that one. I've looked for it, tried to see if I can find it, but
It's fun. It's very tongue in cheek and it's dumb fun, and she's running around in like a cheerleading uniform, and she's got her boyfriend's severed head stuck to her ass, and all this good stuff. But it's fun, and it's a fun game. So, I mean, one of the achievements is you look under her skirt. It gives you an achievement. So they're very, very open about the sense of humor and stuff about it.
Not proud of that one.
No, yeah, people are saying like the most unproud of achievements you have, and it's basically like King Kong and fucking Lollipop Chain Kill or whatever.
Yeah, because like you pan the camera down and she'll like cover up her butt or her hooch, and then you just stare at it for a minute, and then you'll get the achievement, and you just feel bad because she's all shy and covering it up, and
it feels a little naughty. But hey, 10 points is 10 points. Fuck you. I got a gamer score to keep up. So
speaking of weird games, I played a weird game that is like surprisingly addictive and fun.
Uh-oh.
It's not a porno one.
They have tentacles? Okay, go ahead. What you got?
Gas station simulator.
Really? All right.
Yeah. So it strikes this weird, like, I don't know what mental illness thing I have, my like OCD or whatever, where like you buy like a rundown shitty gas station, and you basically just like renovate it and build it back up, and you do painting on it, and you gotta buy gas and you gotta buy snacks and supplies and shit, and basically taking this rundown shithole and make it into a good gas station, and it like scratches a weird itch for me. That I love games kind of like Fallout 4 kind of has it, where like you get your base or whatever, and you start with shit, and you can see all your shit just like pile up and get better.
Yep. That's one of the things that they added in Fallout that I do like, where you can make your bases. And it's nothing but cosmetic shit for the most part, but it's fun. You build,
it's satisfying.
Yeah, like you could build like this tower of staircases that goes up like a mile into the air, and you could put your little, your bed and your sink and your bathtub all up there. This is my apartment, and there is something about it that's very satisfying and fun. But that's just one aspect to a game that's got so much to it that I just wish fucking worked.
Well, I know. Don't make it into that. I was using that as an example.
No, I know. No, I just started playing Fallout again, and it kept fucking up on me. That's why I'm pissed and keep saying it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to 76 and just let everyone rate me from all my my things in my bag. Just walk up and take it from me.
I was gonna say, don't go from one pile of dog shit to an even bigger pile of dog shit.
But I love the nuclear holocaust. So, yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy got a preview too. I forgot to say that one. A game preview, yeah. I'm just going through it now.
To say about it. It's just like,
we're getting Skyrim once again. All right, awesome.
Oh joy! I have it on everything now.
The trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy it reminds me of the old Power Rangers theme, like the beginning of the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy. It almost like every time I hear that song start, it makes me think of the Power Rangers. It's all dun, 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 dun. It's weird. Yeah.
They're re-releasing GTA 5 again, of course.
Oh, boy.
This is all for the new systems, you know.
Man, I don't fucking care anymore.
Gotham
but
Knights.
they did polish off. I saw the models for GTA 5, and they polished them up for the newer systems, and they look fucking terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not good. Still got Suicide Squad coming up. That's good.
There hasn't been a new trailer for it, but I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy seems interesting.
Oh boy, my wizard school.
Well, how many times have we brought up fucking Harry Potter on this show?
We just talked about Hagrid getting fucking cavity searched.
Yeah. Wolverine, Knights of the Old
Whoa,
Republic.
sir, that umbrella looks suspicious.
They knew. Oh, we're getting an Indiana Jones game. That's right.
They knew.
Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2.
Hagrid's shorter in person.
Yeah, he was a littler guy. Like, I was taller than that Hagrid.
Everybody in those fucking movies must have been 3 feet tall.
Think so. Anyway, so enough with the video game stuff. So what we want to do, movies now?
We can do movies.
So the newest thing that I saw and discovered, Halloween Kills is going to be streaming same day. They changed it over.
Is it?
Yeah, on Peacock, of all fucking places.
Really?
Yeah. I'm glad I could fucking inform somebody of something. That's awesome. So yeah, same day on Peacock, you can watch Halloween Kills at home or go out to the theater. And so,
wow.
Yeah.
I want to see Shang-Chi, but I'm still just kind of waiting for it on Disney+.
I'd wait. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good or great by any means. And I was kind of like pissed because I had the world's stinkiest man sitting 4 fucking seats away from me, just being wretched the whole fucking time.
I was not there, Dark.
No, I wasn't referring to you, sir.
I was gonna name drop JB Moonshine.
Oh, it's okay. Picture like, I'm not going to name any names, even though you just did, but like a wrestler who doesn't wash their fucking gear and just has wrestled for like 3 months straight. It was that kind of smell, and the dude was just like hacking his fucking lung up, like towards me.
Oh, good.
I was like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, motherfucker, like, and he looked like he was pregnant. Like he had one of those like man pregnant bellies.
Dude, you are so describing me to a T.
No, it wasn't. Were you there? I don't remember. But yeah, the guy was just fucking nasty. I don't know if he has special needs or something, so I don't want to I didn't want to yell at him or anything. But it was
hey,
man.
Shut the fuck up! Do you hear this, Zack? This dude is totally fucking just dogging me on the air.
No,
just live in front of everybody.
Wasn't V.
No,
I'm not.
I haven't gone and seen it. I haven't gone and seen it yet, and I'm not that bad.
Yeah. No, it was fucking bad. And if it was you, I would have fucking said something. So.
Yo, Lord ass.
No, I wouldn't have done that either, but still. So yeah. Anyway, Halloween Kills is going to be streaming same day, and now Venom is going to be released on the same day as the Addams Family too. So now I have to pick, or I have to do a double feature.
So Venom 2, October 1st is already. I guess they already did well, they already got some spoilers too. They did a.
Oh, don't spoil it! Come on.
I'm not going to spoil it, but they.
Damn it! Okay.
They did a previewing with a bunch of fans, and Tom Hardy, at the beginning even said, "Now there's stuff you're going to see at the end of these credits that you got to keep secret. Like, don't say a word. Promise me." And everybody's like, "Yeah, we promise." And
right.
As soon as they got out, bam, fucking spoilers everywhere.
The fucking stinger is already online and everything.
See, I've been kind of good at avoiding it. The only thing I've seen is people bitching about it being like 90 minutes.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything bad about it. Everybody was just like, they said fucking Woody was fucking great as Carnage, and fucking that it was action from beginning to end, and then the fact that there's like this big twist or big thing at the end, and
Hopefully, yeah.
Can we speculate?
huh?
I said, can we speculate?
I'm not going to say anything because, like,
Oh, do you already know?
I
I'm guessing that's yes.
no kind of because as soon as I realized I started reading into the actual spoiler, I stopped. So I have a good idea of what it is, but I didn't want to read anymore because I don't want to know necessarily.
I think it's Spider-Man.
That's what I was figuring. But I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna look out, seek it out or anything.
It's not Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man, the Japanese version. that gets a mech and shit. That'd be the fucking. We're not getting we're not getting the other two Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man. We're getting Spider-Man.
No, okay. So let me say this. I'm going to say this on the air. Possible spoilers. So if you don't want to hear it, plug your ears. Earmuffs.
Earmuffs. I don't want to hear it.
Then earmuffs, man. Earmuffs. I'm just going to say it. So it has multiverse. It says that Venom is in the same universe as Spider-Man in the multiverse.
Okay, I'm back. What happened?
Well, you didn't want to know.
Oh, okay. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. There you go.
So that's what it said. Yeah.
Huh.
That's as soon as it said that, I stopped. I stopped reading, so I don't know what else it goes into. I didn't want to know, and it would really piss me off if that's exactly what it was to me, because then it means I read the whole thing.
All right, so we got that. Did we talk about the Matrix preview that came out?
God, I hope so, because I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I think we brought it up last.
I think you did.
Yeah, because Zack doesn't want to talk about it, so he thinks we did. Okay.
I mean, you guys could talk about it.
No, I mean, you should.
I'll do something else.
My kid started. He watched the first Matrix, and then me and him watched the second and the third one together.
So boring.
I will say the third one was a little too drug out.
He's just gone now. Zack's just gone. All right. Well,
I will say the third one was dragged out.
Yeah.
It was, you knew what was going to happen, but it just took forever to get to that point.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we did talk about it last week. So if Zach's got no input on it, fuck it. We'll go on to the next thing. So, movies. I don't know. What the fucking movies do we have?
I kind of started watching and then fell asleep, and then my kid said it was really good. Malevolent, or what? The one that's on HBO Max.
Malignant.
Yeah.
Okay, how you fell asleep during it?
I did. Well, like when I wake up at fucking 3-4 in the morning, it's like. So we started watching the movie, and what I saw of it was great. He says it was a great movie.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back and rewatch it, because I was enjoying it quite a bit.
Yeah. I hate that it goes off of HBO Max or HBO Go or it's HBO Max before Halloween. So it's like, oh, okay, well, I better watch it before fucking Halloween.
Which one are we talking about?
Malignant?
Oh, I watched it last night.
Oh, what's your take on it?
Did you guys watch it?
I haven't yet.
You haven't?
B sort of did.
I watched part of it and fell asleep. I was enjoying what I saw. My kid said it was good.
It was like a high budget Tales from the Crypt episode.
Nice.
But like one of the dumb ones they kind of play for comedy.
Well, like, okay, so it's not Demon Knight, it's Bordello of Blood.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well.
I love those movies.
I love the show. That fucking show is still one of my favorite shows of all time.
I miss the show so much.
The show is brilliant.
Of all the things that they could bring back, that would be probably one of the better things that they could.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if it'd be the same because like they'd probably CG the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah,
No, if they knew what they were doing, they would fucking have a puppet there, and they could bring on John Cassier back as the voice, but like have today's stars do those quick little 45-minute episode. You know what I mean?
But I think they would mess it up, and I mean, not necessarily the little episodes, but just they would do something with the Crypt Keeper that would fuck it up.
Oh, if they were smart, man. But yeah, I mean, yes, I could see them doing that.
We're talking about Hollywood here. They're not smart.
I know.
No.
I know.
I mean, fuck. I mean, I like the show, but they redid Creep Show.
Yes.
Series, and I mean, I like the little the little episodes, but they fucking, to me, they took that whole opening character, the in-between character of the movies, the little demon thing.
The narrator guy? Yeah.
Yeah, and they overdid it. I mean, it's not the same. So it's like, I don't look forward to seeing those parts. I like the episodes, but not necessarily that aspect of it.
Yeah. The thing that I think I liked the most about Tales from the Crypt was it was horror, and they got big names to do shit, because it wasn't like a big commitment on their part. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger came in and fucking directed one, for God's sake, you know? Like Robert Zemeckis came in and did a quick, 45-minute episode, and it was some of the greatest shit, you know? Like Joe Pesci was an episode, like big name fucking actors from that time came in, and they would throw down a day or two on set and come out with some great shit. And it was all horror. It was all horror themed, and I fucking loved it. They had fucking Kirk Douglas, for God's sake. You know? Like, Jesus, like big names of Hollywood coming in and doing like what's considered for the most part like kid shit, horror. It's not Shakespeare, you know what I mean? And they come in and they put in their time, and they did some really good stuff. I remember one of my favorite ones, that fucking Christmas episode that's still creepy as fuck to this day. That escaped mental patient that dressed like Santa was fucking with that chick that got snowed in.
Yes.
That was like probably one of the best episodes, and there wasn't much to it, but it sticks with you. And we don't have shit like that anymore. I haven't been watching the American Horror Stories.
Oh, they're so fucking bad. I hate American Horror Stories.
Yeah, like I had known that they had gone to like a smaller story arc per episode, but I haven't watched any of them yet. It's sad when the best horror that we have on TV right now is What We Do in the Shadows. That's all I gotta fucking say. Like, the best horror themed thing going right now is a fucking vampire comedy.
Speaking of, me and my kid, I got my kid hooked on that, and I showed him the movie. He likes to show better.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been watching each episode.
Good stuff.
Speaking of, there's a new episode tonight at 10.
The Nabacon.
Oh, I was just going to talk about it too, because you guys were talking about it last week, and you just glazed over the best joke in the fucking series, where Laszlo. I think I've said it before on this show, but Laszlo, that character, is my fucking spirit animal.
Sarcastic, porn addicted jerk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I could see.
First of all, the thing was the thing where like, oh yeah, we're like, whoever wants to be leader, you guys got to sit on the throne, and Laszlo's just in the back. Fuck no. I didn't become a vampire to become a pencil pushing bureaucrat. I came so I could fuck forever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh wait, but the library has like Colin Robinson's doing like actual research on energy vampires, and Laszlo just wants to check it out because it has the largest collection of banned pornography. And this motherfucker just pulls out a book and goes, look, the Nobonomicon. Oh, I was in fucking tears.
Yeah. That show is so fucking perfect. It's like like The Big Lebowski crossed with vampires and just irreverent fucking one-liners and comedy. I fucking love it.
Colin Robinson sitting down talking to the camera about how bad he wants to find out where he came from and how energy vampires came to be. but like he's giving this earnest speech, and over his shoulder in the background, you can just see Laszlo cranking off.
He's fucking pulling like pages out of these books and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was such good stuff, man. It's a good season so far. What are we? 3 episodes in? 4 episodes in? It's good stuff.
The cloak of, I think it was the cloak of duplications, probably the best episode they've ever had so far. Like, and that's a gold nugget in a pile of gold already.
Yeah.
But like the thing that kind of just got me was I saw this article where the actor who plays Nandor, he was actually just doing impressions, except for Nadia. He was actually just doing impressions of everybody when they put on the cloak and he's talking to the gym lady. That's him just doing impressions of everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great show. We're all watching it, so I mean, we may as well fucking talk about it.
Fucking not.
Yeah.
Turning. His woman got turned into a fucking werewolf and then into a vampire. So she turns into the bat. It's all a wolf bat. She's like,
Just fucking flying over retarded.
Fucking Tony Soprano's sister.
Yeah. I was like, why does she look so familiar? And then I looked her up and I was like, oh shit, that's her. And she always plays just like a shitbag too.
Yeah.
she's like,
And she's pretty much playing Janice in the exact same role, but a vampire.
we know you hate her. I don't hate her. She
And
kicks
just
the
fucking kills her
ball.
with a fucking ball.
Oh, they show the flashback. They're like, sorry we made you jump off the roof of this Circuit City. They're playing with the fucking werewolves and they throw the ball. Go fetch! And the fucking dog just jumps off the roof. And shit like that is so fucking hilarious.
I love that the werewolves are basically just nuisances.
Yeah, they're not scary.
Like-
they're just, yeah.
It's like, fuck, we got werewolves. Get them out of the yard before they piss everywhere. And then, Laszlo's got his fucking vagina hedges, and he's just like, wait, what's that smell? And he goes, it's werewolf piss.
Yeah. What we do in the shadow. We jumped from movies to TV real fucking quick right there, didn't we?
I know. Well, V mentioned what we do in the shadows, and I had to get the Nobonomicon joke out of there.
You know, we're fucking on the train to Comic-Con, on the way to Comic-Con, and he comes and sits by me. He's like, I can't believe you missed the best fucking joke of this. I was like, what? We're talking about what we do in the shadows. You didn't bring up Nobonomicon. I was like, oh, okay. We'll save it for when you come back.
I've been sitting on this for 2 fucking weeks.
It was great though, but yeah. So, yeah. TV. Fuck, we're in TV now. Hawkeye got a preview finally.
Yes.
Looks pretty good.
It does actually.
I think it is what. Let's see. How do I put this?
You can actually hear the smoke coming out of his ears.
So it's going to give us the action and comedy. So I think it's going to be what, what's it called? Black Widow should have been. I think Black Widow would have been good for a series, and I think that's what this is going to do. I think it's going to fit well as a series. It's going to do better than Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier should have been a movie, I think Black Widow should have been a series. This is going to be perfect. It's going to have that comedy that Hawkeye brings to the picture. The kind of like, I'm just a human with a bow, you know?
Yeah. So it seems like it's only going to be 8 episodes, which is already going to be better than Captain America and Winter Soldier. Hawkeye and all. I mean, if they pace it right, it's already going to be great. I like the actress that they have replacing Hawkeye. She was already like, okay, I'm going to fucking self-promote and fillet myself real quick. When I was working on Bumblebee, she was actually really nice to everybody.
Oh, I'm a big-time actor.
Yeah. So when I was in Hollywood working on Bumblebee, she was like one of the few people that would walk by and talk to everybody. And John Cena wasn't, but I'm not trashing John Cena, but I couldn't see him anyway. So, But yeah, she was actually really cool. She was nice, and it's nice to see somebody that's like decent that you've kind of had a little bit of, you know, working with. I don't want to say working with. Fuck, that's just ridiculous to say. But you know, just somebody that you see treating people nicely, getting into bigger things. That's basically what I want to say. So there you go. So that's cool. I mean, I'm all for that. I hope they don't massacre poor Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner. But yeah, it seems good. It's like one of those kind of Christmassy backdrops to it, which a lot of good movies have Christmas backdrops and shows and stuff. So yeah,
like
it works for me. Yeah, Santa sleighs, yeah. Silent Night, Deadly Night, you know, it's Christmas backdrop. But like Die Hard, it's a Christmas movie. I don't fucking care what anyone says.
Die Hard, what, the first Lethal Weapon?
First Lethal Weapon, yeah. Everyone gets all weird when I go to see those for my Christmas movies, but you know, Home Alone, Christmas Vacation, those are also on there. So Bad Santa is probably one of the best, though. Anyway, but yeah, the Hawkeye trailer actually looks decent. It looks good. It looks like there's a good chemistry between Hawkeyes, I guess, because I mean she's replacing Hawkeye. So I actually thought it was going to be his daughter that replaced him, but they changed.
They were kind of setting that up, but they just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah. But no, she does a good Kate Bishop from what I can tell in the preview. So I'm looking forward to it. It doesn't come out until, what is it, December? Or beginning of December? Or even late November?
I think it's like, I want to say mid-December, but I'm not sure now.
Yeah. But yeah, it's looking good. I have high hopes. So, I mean, What If's keeping me satiated until that comes out, I guess. Which, you know, the episodes are okay still. The zombie one was pretty much like with the big one I was looking forward to, and now it's gone. So
I like this week's What If.
It was decent.
It was alright.
I find it funny. A lot of these What Ifs has to do with what if we killed off these superheroes?
Yeah, you know, what if Hank Pym was the asshole that he's supposed to be? It's like, oh.
The first episode where they don't just shit all over Hank Pym in a while.
I was going to say, at least we didn't get a Hank Pym shit on episode.
Yeah. But
Killmonger was actually Hank Pym this whole time.
Yeah. So it was What If Killmonger Killed... What was it? It's the official title. Saved. What if Killmonger saved Tony Stark? So it goes all the way back to the beginning of the MCU, and instead of getting shrapnel in his chest and everything and taken hostage, kidnapped, whatever you want to call it, Killmonger just happens to be there, saves him. Basically, like, does the same kind of shit where he gets in tight with Tony Stark and then just fucking turns on him. So, but no, it was an interesting way to look at it. Killmonger, I mean, for Zack, they even got an animated shirt off Michael B. Jordan for him.
Yeah, they did.
So I saw it happen. I was like, oh, Zack's probably losing it right now.
They just had to fit it in, and I was just like, yes!
Oh! Yeah.
Start fucking cranking off.
So it was funny. My kid, I watched part of it while I was at work trying to write up reports, and then I didn't get to finish it off, and we were talking about it.
Oh, I finished off.
I'm like, so did you watch it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, so was the ending good? I go, I seen 3/4 of it. He's like, yeah, you didn't see the end? I'm like, no. He's like, so you don't know the big controversy twist they had? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, yo, you know that the cop that's in the Black Panther movie? You know, the white one that gets shot? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, he puts on the Black Panther suit and they whitewash the whole thing. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they fucked the whole thing up. And I'm like, no, they didn't. He's like, dude, he's like, no, I'm kidding.
He should have. I wish he kept going with it.
Can you imagine the fucking backlash?
Holy fuck.
He's like, they fucked the whole thing up. They whitewashed it. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah. he's like, yeah, the cop never got shot, and he just happened to be there, and they gave him the suit, and I'm like, these motherfuckers. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm playing.
Yeah. Which is funny too, because like there have been white Black Panthers, but in the comics, and like nobody knows about T'Challa's fucking white brother. It's like, who was actually called the White Wolf, but
Right.
So, but yeah, that would have been hilarious if they would have done something like that. There would have been so much fucking outrage and yeah,
Oh my god.
So, anyway, yeah. Anyway, I watched the first episode of Why the Last Man. So that was our comic book club choice of the week. I don't know.
I didn't know the show was out yet.
Yeah, they got 2 episodes out.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. It's kind of why I picked it.
It's on Hulu, isn't it?
It's on Hulu. It's FX, but yeah, Hulu.
Well, Hulu, FX, kind of the same.
Yeah, no. The network that carries it is FX, but you can watch it on Hulu. So,
speaking of, so, like, I turned on the episode of fucking What We Do in the Shadows, right?
mm-hmm.
And, like, I guess I just wasn't paying attention because What We Do in the Shadows is on FX. And they're like cussing and throwing up middle fingers and shit. Like, I'm like, wait, what? Like, hold on. Like, I guess I was just so, like, out of tune that I didn't realize that FX did shit like that.
Yeah.
I think it's on I think it's FXX, where like they let out the fuck word and a little bit more like middle fingers and shit.
Which is it, fuck or shit that they don't say on a regular basis? I think it's fuck.
It's fuck.
It's fuck. Okay.
So
yeah.
shit is
Dennis
like,
Franz was saying
gradually...
shit earlier in the 90s, so
Yeah, it was kind of like gradually working its way into, because at first you couldn't say fuck or shit.
Yeah.
But then South Park did that one episode, and then
yes.
they like slowly like started letting it in.
Mm-hmm.
But now like FXX, and they're doing like I think it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia gets like one F-bomb an episode, but then you watch What We Do in the Shadows, and it's every fucking word.
Right.
Yeah. It's funny for me because I know the Marvel movies are Disney, and when I hear them cussing and stuff like in their shows, I'm like, whoa! Like it's so weird. It's like I'm at my parents' house and I have that filter on, Because I don't cuss in front of my parents, but I mean they've heard me cuss and everything. It's So you see a Disney show on the Disney Plus network, and they're saying shit, and I'm like, whoa, what? Like it's still a little weird because it's a Disney property, but I mean,
don't they kind of make fun of that in one of the Marvel movies?
Yeah, Captain America's all language. Yeah, I remember that whole joke.
Civil War?
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, yeah.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And they kind of
One at a time, boys.
That was it.
Oh, okay.
They're in the snow fighting, and Tony says something, and Captain's like, language.
It's going to be great when they bring Deadpool in.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. But, yeah, so, Why the Last Man? It is what it is. It's their own take on it. They change a bunch of characters and stuff around, but...
I don't like it. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but what are you going to do?
Because, like, sneak peek into comic book club, I liked Why the Last Man.
Yeah.
But if they're changing a bunch of shit, I don't know how much I'm going to like that. Because that's kind of why I just fell off with the Walking Dead show, is that they just changed too much, and I was pouting.
Too much shit got changed.
Off in its own direction. It's like, who the fuck is this guy with the crossbow? He's not in the comics. Fuck him.
That part, even that part, I didn't mind too much. But, like, they brought Negan in and they kind of bitched him out, which Negan's my favorite character in the comic series. And then they, I'm just fucking spoiling it. I don't care. I don't like the show. They killed off Carl.
Yeah.
And
that happened a while. Oh, the kid?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't know that. I haven't watched that in so long.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But like the comic series ended, and it's Carl's story,
Right.
Yeah.
They
and
killed off
then
they killed off Carl in the TV series because like the dad was getting pissed off and like demanding more money or something, and saying his kid's like the whole reason the show's around or something. And they're like, oh yeah, well watch this. Hey, here's the new script, bitch.
That's what happens on a show like that. You start asking for too much money, you know.
and
Damn.
then the guy who played Rick Grimes left for a while.
That I knew. I knew that Rick left.
Did he
I
come
think
back?
he's supposed to be coming back on this last new season.
What's
But
the
like,
last season, right?
yeah, this is the last season we're
Okay.
on now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the guy who plays the crossbow guy.
Norman Reedus.
Yeah, Norman Reedus. I guess Norman Reedus was like begging him to come back. He was supposedly supposed to go off and make 3 movies, like spin-off movies.
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. Is Michonne still around?
Michonne's still there.
Well, she has to be there. She has to take care of the little baby.
What?
And then, like I said, it's gone so off the fucking comic books.
Yeah. I remember, man, when if you want to talk about the parallels between this show and the comics, when the fucking his wife and the baby got killed in the comics.
That was fucking.
It was one of the most, yeah, it was the most brutal thing. And then they didn't do that in the show. I'm like, you pussies.
Yeah, that's kind of where I started falling off with it too.
Yeah.
Because it's happening. Like, I knew what was going to happen, and then, like, the mom dies in childbirth, and I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah. That was the fucking governor. That's bullshit. And then the governor wasn't that bad of a villain after that, because you're just like, you didn't fucking do all the crazy shit that made him the governor, you know?
Like, I think Negan was a better and badder villain than the governor, but, like, at the time, like, in the comic books, like, the whole dynamic between him and Michonne, that was like, they couldn't even do that part in the show.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that one. I mean, it was funny because the comic series, they had Kirkman right up to a certain point. Like, he just wanted to end it, like, on a weird number and just be done with it. And they're like, oh, just write it up until this point so we can get another compendium out. He's like, yeah, fine, whatever. So he does that. And now they're re-releasing them all in color. So they're keeping the fucking comic machine going with this stuff.
Why?
And it's...
Don't release it in color, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Like, like they have the show, they had the spin-off show, apparently 3 movies maybe, and now they have I think they have a spin-off comic book too. And like it's gotten too
saturated.
It's too much. Yeah, it's too saturated now. Cuz it was fucking awesome at first. It was like a TV show that's a fucking zombie apocalypse, or
yeah, it started off great.
a comic book that Kirkman was like, I want a zombie apocalypse story that just doesn't end.
Right. So the first few episodes of the first season were hard to get into. It's just kind of like, but then it was just like, oh my god, this show's amazing, and like it carried on, and then it had its ups and downs, you know, like the farmhouse, and then, you know, but all of a sudden it just like it hit that peak, and it's one of those roller coasters that doesn't have like a short dip; it just went straight down.
Yeah, going back on the colorization of Walking Dead, when I broke my leg, a friend of mine had sent me, like, you know, people are like, oh, here, get well soon. Somebody sent me a Walking Dead coloring book. I'm just like, wait a second. It's like, all right, I'm done. Yeah, it's basically all it was. It was like an adult coloring book, and they gave me like color pencils and shit. And I'm like, have you never seen the comic book? I was like, yeah, I'm done. That was the end of it.
Just flip through it and like, all right, well, that was nice.
Yeah, nah, I just thought that was funny. We were talking about the colorization of it, and I got that coloring book. Jesus. But yeah, it's just funny. But yeah, they're still trying to milk the shit out of that. Like, Kirkman's on to like his 4th or 5th project after The Walking Dead, and they're still putting shit out. So
Because it was a big moneymaker, and what are they going to do? They're just like AMC doesn't have much else right now.
Yeah. Ever since they got rid of Comic Book Man. Fuck. It's alright, we filled that void, didn't we?
Pretty much.
V's Kevin Smith. I'll be the fucking Brian. No, not Brian. What is it? I'll be the guy with the beard that looks like Thor.
I'll be real. I never watched any of that show, so I don't know.
It was just deleted for the Walking Dead. But
yeah, that's why I never watched it.
All right, do we want to get full on into Comic Book Club and talk about Y the Last Man in the comic?
I mean, yeah, sure. Why not?
And nothing else on my list. We've got all the shit covered so far.
V, did you see the VHS 94 movie? Or not movie, the fucking trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, no.
I think the movie might already be out. I could be wrong, though.
I don't know. It's a Shudder exclusive.
Yeah, it is.
So...
Do you want to get into more detail and in depth about the 13 Days of Halloween that we're doing?
I mean, we could. I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna release a list on our Facebook of the movies we're gonna watch, and everybody can kind of just follow along with us.
Yeah.
But we picked out 13 because spooky Halloween 13 number. We're gonna take it, we're just gonna it's gonna be 13. We're not gonna have a actual hour and a half, 2 hour episode for that 13 days, but we're just gonna have a full 13 days of shorter versions of this podcast of us just talking about the movies we watched.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a whole episode of The Witch. We're gonna have a whole episode of The Lighthouse, where I'm gonna be screaming and doing Willem Dafoe impressions.
So. You say they're not going to be an hour and a half to 2 hours long, but that's what we said about our fucking.
I am fully aware that we might end up especially hey, so peek behind the scenes. One of the movies is going to be The Lighthouse, and I probably will not shut up about it.
So when we did our list of Halloween movies, we just did a list. And we're like, okay, we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do for this episode because this ain't going to take long. 3 hours later.
Yeah. Now, just us talking about it was a fucking episode-worthy length of time.
Yep.
But, and in the defense of the show, I mean, if something like big news breaks, I mean, we'll devote 5-10 minutes to, oh, hey, Venom 2 was good. Now, on to our 13 Days of Halloween, something like that. So you'll still get updates and news-wise and stuff like that comes up, but it'll primarily focus on these 13 movies because 31 movies was too fucking many. So we're not going to do 31 Days of Halloween. We'll do 13.
Right.
So each of us picked 4 movies and then we all agreed on one. That's how we did it.
And just remember, they may not be long episodes, but could be possibly long.
Yeah. And they're not some of them aren't very well known. They're not big name movies. They're just little known ones or ones that are our favorites. So, yeah, I mean, you can already tell by the way Zack's gushing all over the fucking Lighthouse.
We're going to talk about why we like them, what
that was kind of my stipulation is for wanting to do this list is that I don't want to do Nightmare on Elm Street or we haven't really decided on the new Halloween yet. But I don't want to talk about the big franchise ones. I kind of want to just talk about the ones that we enjoyed that aren't too well known.
Yeah. So these are just our personal favorites.
I think I see one that might be the most mainstream one, and even that one's not too not too crazy.
I mean, I don't think anyone pulled anything from the big franchises. There's no Halloween picks unless we picked a new one. No Nightmares, no Friday the 13th, no Hellraisers, nothing like that. So
I think out of the list, mine were the more closest to mainstream.
Yeah. Of the lists, I mean, the ones that I picked, of course, I've seen them all, but I've seen the most out of your list. So
yeah.
Yeah. But
my list was just movies that weren't part of the mainstream that I really enjoy.
So it's just movies that might have been under the radar or something that we had watched and liked and wanted to pass it on to you guys who are listening.
Kind of minor ones that are kind of like two of them that are really nuanced that I don't think get enough love, and then two more that kind of flew under the radar that I think should get way more love than they do.
Yeah, that's the same with my list too. Like some of them are like my favorites that I know a lot of people haven't watched. I'm like, you gotta watch this, you know.
And
So,
one that I know me and Darkness are probably going to fight on.
Okay. Well, there you go. That'll whet their appetites.
Yeah, that'll wet.
Darkness and Zack are gonna fight. That'll be awesome. Tune in for that one, folks.
It's every other episode.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we got that coming up closer to Halloween. So you get 13 mini episodes.
We'll start on the October 18th.
Yeah, and we'll get one out to you each day. So, little drive time episodes. So on your way to or from work, it'll be nice. And then either you'll avoid these movies like the plague, or you'll be like, I have to watch this.
I am kind of interested to see, because like the plan is to. So I don't know how up to date we'll be able to do with the news, but like us going out to see each other, us recording every day just isn't feasible. So we are planning like to just sit over and like record one huge long podcast. And I am very interested to see how like the episodes will just devolve into us just being tired of each other.
And by the 10th or 11th movie, I'll be like, fuck.
Okay, second movie, motherfucker. All right.
I've already been at it for 2 hours on the first fucking movie.
God damn it, V. Shut up.
It's only the second movie we're like, okay, look, motherfucker. Shut up and let's get through this.
Oh, shit. All right. So we got that coming up. The fuck are we? Wait, we didn't get all the way into comic book club, so let's get that shit out of the way.
We've tried starting it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. So, all right, comic book club. Brian K. Vaughan, Why the Last Man.
So, like I was kind of shocked to find out it came out in 2003, because I think it still holds up really well, and I really like. I'm a huge fan of Saga, which is another one of Brian K. Vaughan's like his ventures, and this one's still really fucking good.
Even more so, it might be, with what's going on around us.
Right.
It might be even more holding up, more.
It took me a minute to get into, just because I've seen so many things around this typical type of story. Not necessarily The Last Man, but just The Last of something, like Under the Dome, I believe it's called. All the Adults Die. Not Under the Dome. It's.
I was gonna say. I was like, oh, there was that Netflix movie where all the adults die. It's got fucking Matthew Broderick in it. I forget what it was called. Fuck.
Well, there's that one too. There's that show. That's called like Black Summer or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it has the chick who played Sam on iCarly. I can't remember what it's called, but anybody 21 and over like dies. So it's all these kids in this fucking town trying to figure out how or why. So it took me a second. I'm just like, great, another one of these fucking stories. But it was good. And the only other thing that I have to somewhat complain about is I love the artwork, but it's very stereotypical to your post-apocalyptic or horror-themed artwork.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see the similarities between them. Like that and The Walking Dead, they're very similar art.
Right. So
yeah, I don't like for me the artwork was kind of a weak spot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I still love it. I mean, it's great artwork, but it's just the same thing over and over. When you get into a horror-based or apocalyptic story, it's almost like you already know what the artwork's going to be. So it's like, why not throw it into an audiobook and just hear it?
Because then you can't look at the pictures.
Well, I've already seen them 1,001 times. But
Well, but you don't see, like, spoilers. You don't get to see the women chew up their boobies off.
That's what you have an
Which is the
imagination
best
for.
part.
Yeah! Come on, man.
Fucking use your imagination.
Oh. Okay. I guess.
But
Fucker.
no, good book. Great, good art, you know. I actually had to go back and reread it because we skipped talking about it last week. And I'm like, I ain't going to remember shit.
Yeah, I have that. I'm like reading 3 other things. I'm like, oh, I gotta go back and read this.
I mean, fuck, I'll read it. I'll read something and forget exactly what I read, like big chunks of it. I'm like, yeah, what's his face? That one dude. Yeah, dude, you just read it. Yeah, but you know, it was a minute ago.
Basically, the overview of the series is all the males in society die. Like everyone with the Y chromosome just dies all up at once, and there's one last guy, the last man, who is left after the apocalypse. And it's basically they try to figure out with his monkey, his
The dream.
his what is it? I forget what it's
Ampersand?
called. Yeah, well, ampersand, but yeah, it's what the fuck is it called? Animal something, not companion. What is it? Anyway, it's like a handicap. Not the monkey's not handicapped, but it, it's
That'd be
for
the
like
saddest comic
an
ever.
assistance animal, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. But yeah, he's given this capuchin
This
monkey.
has Down syndrome.
Yeah, yeah, but no. So it's like him and his monkey, a boy and his monkey. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's supposed to train this monkey to like help people, but he's training it how to like fucking lock him up in a straitjacket.
Yeah, well, let's not get kinky, but yeah, he wants to be a magician. It's not because of like any nefarious reasons, but yeah. you can't just leave it at that.
Hold on. Zack has you so traumatized.
I gotta I gotta preface everything.
The most simplest thing that we're talking about, you're always like, it's not kinky, it's not kinky.
Yeah, he's fucking with me, man.
That whole 5-panel spread of the monkey jerking him off was kind of weird.
Well, no, it wasn't in there. Yeah. Jeez.
Well, the way it's just like, oh, the monkey's trained to tie him up.
Yeah, you had to kind of elaborate a little bit because we didn't mention anything about Uric wanting to be a magician. So
The monkey is trained to tighten the belt while the guy cranks off.
Yeah. All right, ampersand. If I start turning blue, pull on this cord. Now I want a monkey. Anyway. But yeah, so that's basic the premise of the story. They're trying to figure out why he's the last person, how they're going to save humanity since there's only one dude left, all that good stuff. Different factions of people that start thinking different ways, and yeah. So and they made it into a TV show that's out now on FX. But anyway, so that was it. I liked it. It was, like I said, one of the first maxi series that I had read all through. So.
I don't know why, but I've been just like I think I've been kind of avoiding it out of spite because Brian K. Vaughan hasn't finished Saga yet.
You haven't finished Saga, so fuck all your other work.
Yeah, but I'm glad I picked it. I'm glad you picked this one up. I'm glad I read it.
Yeah, no, it's good all the way through. I liked it. The ending's good. You know, it's satisfying, and you know, it's not one of those fucking letdown endings of a thing.
Don't tell me.
I'm just saying it's worth reading to the end. That's what I'm saying. So. But yeah, so there you go. Why the Last Man? That was my choice. So who's up now?
That would be me.
Uh-oh. All right, Superman what?
No, I picked American Vampire.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Now Zach's mad.
So my understanding is the first volume is Scott Snyder and Stephen King.
Ah, yes.
Published by DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
So the ending's gonna suck.
Maybe. Or I'll have to go back through and put out the director's cut of it so he can get his full vision out there.
Jesus. But yeah, that's what I chose.
Okay. It's just volume 1?
Volume 1, it's 1 through 5.
Okay. Because I remember they did when DC did the New 52, they had an American Vampire in there for a while, but I don't remember if that was the first series or second series or whatever the fuck.
Is, let's see.
I love it when you have dead air.
Yeah, it's always. Yeah.
2011.
Oh, okay. It says originally published October 5th, 2010. I'm sure that was the first issue, and then they put it into the volumes.
Yeah.
Author Stephen King and Scott Snyder. Okay.
170 pages.
God, oh, jeez. Okay. How am I supposed to read Sunstone Volume 3 in that amount of time?
That's what's crazy. Like, I was like 170 pages when I saw that. I'm like, this can't be right. I'm like, it's because some of the ones that you guys have picked has been like 500-600 pages.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize on some of them. I was like, oh, shit. Maybe that's why I got so, defensive about Yorick getting tied up by the monkeys, because of Sunstone. I'm still reading that. So
you don't read Sunstone. You just can't look at it.
You ingest it through osmosis. But, all right.
You got farther than I did.
Yeah, well, every night before bed, more Sunstone.
I'm mad at you when you call me a sexual deviant, but I'm fucking balls deep in this comic series that's about sexual deviancies.
It's not okay. All right. So we had versus. Whose versus was this? Who picked it? That was yours.
Lion-O versus He-Man.
Lion-O versus He-Man. Wow.
So,
where do we start?
There is no start. It's He-Man all the way.
Whoa! Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Two big muscle men just wrestling each other.
Okay.
I'll squirt some baby oil in there.
But Lion-O is a child in a man's body. So he's he's kind of like awkward. His sword is the only magical thing about it is the fucking Eye of Thundera. Like, there's nothing else special about the sword. It shoots a beam into the sky that calls his partners the only people that will. And anytime Lion-O wins something, it's with his team. He always has to call for the Thundercats, or he could see Eye of Thundera, give me sight beyond sight. But He-Man, it's the power sword. He's like almost invincible. Yeah.
From my understanding of it, He-Man is basically Goku, where everybody will just stand around getting their ass kicked and wait for He-Man to show up.
Right. where Lion-O is basically the punching bag until his teammates show up.
Okay. I gave it to Lion-O because he's faster.
Well, check it out. Each one has a fucking pet cat. Whose pet cat's better than the other?
Jeez.
Big, greasy muscle man.
Snarf. Yeah, I don't think Snarf and Battle Cat are going to be much of a fight. But, alright. So, I give it to Lion-O because I just think he's quicker. I think he can. That's the whole Muhammad Ali thing, where you float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Like, if he can take a beating from He-Man for a little bit, he can get the jabs in there and just kind of get in, hit, and get out,
Lion-O's going to jump and go, ow, ow. It's going to be like, He-Man's just going to be standing there with his fucking hands on his hips looking around while Lion-O's like gnawing on his arm trying to fucking do something.
You're making yourself mad in this.
Yeah, he's like, how dare you? It's He-Man. It's like, all right, God. Calm the fuck down.
I'm going to say He-Man just because I don't want Big V to scream at me anymore.
I love them both. I love, like He-Man, Masters of the Universe. I love Thundercats. Both characters I like, but I sat here and actually thought about it and looked deep into it, like, because I'm like, how can I pick a winner? And I'm like, well, actually, it's not that hard. Like I said, Lion-O is great and all, but it's his team that makes him great. Where He-Man is just like, I think he dumbs himself down from time to time, so that way the others feel like they're pertinent, like She-Ra and Man-at-Arms. He's just kind of like, oh, help me! I'm trapped by this big octopus.
It's everything goes back to Goku. That's all you can do.
Right.
That's true. That's like everything you kind of just described is like. That's what that like. I made the joke, but that's kind of like why I picked He-Man because like I got the big Goku vibe of yeah he'll dumb himself down just to give everybody else a shot, and everybody else just kind of stands around and gets their ass kicked until He-Man shows up.
Right.
Yes. All right. I just thought, Lionel because he's quicker, but I'll defer to you guys. You seem to be the experts on this one. Especially V, who's very, very passionate about it. Oh, Jesus. No! He-Man! All right. Don't yell at me. God. So, all right, cool. That was versus. It's just, who's got the next one?
I thought was it you?
Zach? No? Is it me or Zach?
I think it's you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Because we did Sonic versus Flash, and then we skipped a week, and now we're doing Lionel versus He-Man.
All right. You ready for mine? What the hell was that?
I'm trying to figure out what that was.
My body's just making weird noises.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think one of the 50 cats are fighting.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Maybe that's why he didn't pick Lionel. Fucking cat-hating son of a bitch over there. Anyway, so all right, for my verses this week, I'm going to do Jay and Silent Bob versus Cheech and Chong.
All right, I'm into this one.
Damn.
I like this one.
So it's a tag team match. That's what you got to do. It's either Jay and Silent Bob and Wayne and Garth, or Jay and Silent Bob and Cheech and Chong. I think they're better.
Jay and Silent Bob versus Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right.
Hey.
Into it.
Ooh.
Cool.
All right.
Show's over. Go home.
Yeah, fuck all y'all. We've been on this damn shit too long. I'm hungry. Fuck all y'all. No. So, yeah. All right, we got that for verses. I'm trying to look at all the shit that I have written down that I was going to talk about, and I have fucking covered it all.
Good.
The Knights of the Old Republic, What If, Zack's projecting, Camp, Hawkeye, Matrix. Okay, yeah.
Sure. I'm projecting every time you go after a furry and just being like, hey, I want to go, let me get a foxtail.
Okay.
Speaking
Anyway.
of Matrix again.
Oh, God. There goes Zack. He's leaving.
I'm not going to talk about the Matrix, but I thought... That's...
He's just... Zach's left the chat.
No, I thought I heard that it was supposed to be... they're releasing the Matrix and John Wick at the same time.
No,
Why would they do that?
So Keanu Reeves could have all the monies.
Well, yeah, but one of those is going to make drastically more money than the other one. And it's going to be John Wick.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I heard John Wick, it wasn't even finished yet. Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. What was that one that just came out on Netflix? It's got Woody Harrelson in it. It's a girl's name. What the hell? I gotta look it up. Yeah, go ahead and vamp, guys. Fuck.
Yeah.
Professionalism, assholes.
Back to the Matrix.
God damn it.
No.
Holy fuck, those
Kate.
movies are so boring. I've never looked at any of them.
Called Kate.
Or no, I've
All right, well, fuck it.
I've never looked at
I
any of them and
wanna
been like, yeah,
check
this is
that
a pretty solid kung fu movie. The only joy I get out of those movies is Hugo Weaving.
Agent Smith.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. And that's going to be the next half hour of the show.
Oh. So, yeah, Kate came out. Right, somebody had mentioned it. And it's just a Netflix movie. It could be good, could not be. It's pretty much along the same lines of
flip a coin, we'll find out.
Army of the Dead, or no, what is it? Was it Army of the Dead? Yeah. It's just who knows? It seems like a little bit kind of cyberpunky or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, there's I need to find it. I guess it's streaming somewhere. I don't know where, but there's Randy Couture has a fucking zombie movie coming out.
Ew.
Randy Couture, the natural. All right.
It looked, I've seen some Facebook ad, and so I haven't really dove into it yet. But I was like, okay, Randy Couture, he's an okay actor for his 3 minutes in The Expendables 1, 2, and 3. But
If you could put somebody into The Expendables that hasn't been in there, which one would you pick? Which actor? Oh fuck, man! Have to scream at me.
I say let's think about it and let's do that for next week.
Is
Oh,
Keanu Reeves in it?
no.
Let's do him. Nicolas Cage. Fuck you guys, I'm doing it now.
That's what I was gonna say. Jackie Chan. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, they already had Jackie Chan, Jason Momoa.
Jason Mimosa.
Mimosa.
God, I had one. Fuck, I had one and I lost it because you said Jason Momoa.
Got all excited. Matt Damon. No. Somebody picked up on it at least. Thank God.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, fuck. Andre the Giant. I'd bring him back from the dead and put him in that shit. That would be awesome.
800-pound just skeleton.
No, like Princess Bride status. Like, he is the Brute Squad.
Andre the Giant, though.
No, that was awesome. I am the Brute Squad.
He couldn't even pick up that woman.
Okay. All right.
You ever heard that story?
No. Let's hear it. What do you got?
Where like he, when the princess falls into his arms, he just did not have the strength to.
So they lowered her down. They lowered her down in cables.
Yeah, I did.
And like
he
could not just have any weight on her, and like the guy when he's fighting Wesley. And he couldn't even have that guy on his back, and he was just some guy in some awful fucking Halloween mask.
Yeah, Andre was pretty. It was towards the end of his time.
Well, didn't he have like another movie or two, and then that was it? So I remember he was in one of the Conan movies, but it wasn't.
Was he?
Yeah, he was like some giant. Like he was covered in fucking makeup and stuff. It wasn't,
Oh, you're thinking about the $6 Million Man.
No, he was Sasquatch in that.
Yeah.
But he was also in Conan. I think it was the second one.
It might. I've never seen a Conan movie.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. The fuck is this? Okay.
I just never saw one. I don't know what to tell you.
They all sluts. The shit, the one-liners out of that one are fucking great too. But all right, shit. Yeah, he was in Conan. He was Dagoth, Conan the Destroyer.
I mean, I've been meaning to check him out. I just haven't.
Well, he was Bigfoot in the $6 Million Man.
He was in some movie called Trading Mom.
That was his last movie. He was a circus giant. Go figure. He was in Goonies Are Good Enough.
Zorro.
The music video. It was in old Zorro. Yeah. He had a few. I remember he was supposed to be in My Giant with Billy Crystal. And then he passed away. Like, Billy Crystal wrote it for him, and then he got George Miroseff to go in and be to like replace Andre the Giant. I was like, no, that's not cool. Fuck that. So, but yeah, that's all I remember.
That's Zero commercial.
Yes, the Honeycombs commercial. I remember that
Honeycombs.
shit. Damn right, man. It's good stuff.
Where like he was horribly dubbed over.
Yeah, he had this big wooden spoon, and I was just like, you're gonna get splinters. I don't know. I was a weird kid. That's what I thought about. I don't know. I might have been traumatized with a splinter or something. Anyway, all right. Well, we calling it? Is this one?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Anything else that we wanted to pick
Gave
up?
you people more than enough.
Yeah, I mean, we shared our Comic-Con stories with you people. So, yeah.
Remember why this show sucks without me.
Fuck. Yes, that's it too, I guess.
Extra hour of content.
That's true. If we're not bickering, like, we get through the episode a lot quicker. Now with like 1/3 less bickering, and it's only an hour long.
Shit, Andre the Giant was in The Greatest American Hero.
Yeah, he was too. I remember that. I was like, that guy's big. You know who that is? No, it's Andre the Giant. Who? And that was the end of it. So.
And that is when Darkness first got into wrestling.
We could get into that someday. I don't know, my first experience with wrestling. But not right now, because this episode's already way too fucking long.
Yeah.
We already made up for what we didn't give them last week.
Right.
So
and we didn't even have a Halloween fucking list this week.
Yeah, I think that's our longest episode, is that fucking Halloween one, where we talked about our favorite movies. And we just sit there fucking jerking each other off over our favorite movie. Oh, I love the fucking... Yeah, you know. Lost Boys, oh god. Yeah. So, yeah, we're calling it. That's it. Find us on Facebook. We all have our own individual pages, and then we ended up a Dark Asylum page. We're going to be wrestling soon. Keep an eye out if you're local and listening to us in the Portland or Seattle area. I mean, we're going to be back soon. What else we got? At Dark Asylum Podcast. That's at Twitter. Zack and I have Pro Wrestling Tees shirts, sites, and yeah. So
Yeah.
Hit us up. Yeah. Go to Apple. I got us on Amazon Podcast just recently. Give us those 5 stars, and yeah, we're on YouTube now too. I mean, I didn't fix the audio from last week's episode on YouTube, so I'd suggest sticking to one of the podcasts for that. But fucking V can't get close enough to the microphone. But anyway.
Fuck off.
You fucking pulled so far away from the computer that you unplugged your microphone, dude.
I was reaching for something. Other than I sit right up there.
How do you have to reach for anything? You're 8 feet tall and you're in a fucking closet right now.
No, I'm not in a closet. I'm in the living room.
Oh.
Because nobody's home. Because everyone's back in school.
Nobody's home here either, and I'm still in my closet.
The closet's full of stuff.
Uh-oh. Okay. We won't delve into this because that's going to be another 15 minutes. All right. So. I knew shit was going to come out. All right.
Empty whiskey bottles.
That I believe.
4 Zack winners.
He's trying to push it along now. He's like, all right. All right. So, 4 wonderful Zack winners.
Yeah, do drugs.
At this now.
That's all I got. That was all I got.
And 4 big vicious.
Don't do drugs.
There you go. So we evened out. I am darkness and
all the drugs.
Damn it. And the asylum is closed.